strange for me to be at a track on a Monday, but it is Aprilia's Racers Day 2019 at Buttonwillow Raceway Park. And where's the bike? Whoop, that's my Triumph behind me. And today I'm actually going to be riding some Aprilias as well. I signed up to ride the brand new 2019 Aprilia Tuonos V4 factory. God, that's a mouthful. But it's a bike that I've always been interested in riding, and I just found out about this track day like, what, 5 days ago? And signed up, and I think I got one of the last tickets. It's sold out. It's an Aprilia sponsored day, and it's just really cool. They provide bikes for a couple sessions, photography, a catered lunch. It's a really, really neat experience. Pirelli's here as well, so they have the new Rosso Corsa 2 tires, so that'll be cool to try out. And it's a track day. I mean, what else is there to say? It's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna go rip some bikes and just enjoy myself. That's really the whole point of this, and it should be just a really beautiful day. It's gonna be a little warm, about 90 degrees, but that's about it. See you at the track. Alright, so this is gonna be session number 1 in C group. We do 2 parade laps of the control rider, then I'm gonna go around, and then second session of the day I'm gonna hop on the Tuono and probably list this for sale on Craigslist later. Not really. Maybe. Okay, so I just got the first session done, and it was a lot of fun. I definitely can notice a difference between riders that have done schools before and the ones that haven't. And for those of you out there thinking of doing this, don't come to a really open format track day for your first event. I think it's a big mistake. You know, going to a school like I did, like Fast Track Riders, is really, really big because it gives you these skills that make going to another track like this, which is familiar to me in a car, but in a bike, it honestly could be a different track. It really helps, just knowing body position, like some good track etiquette, some things to look for. I saw some interesting behavior, I'll leave it at that, out there, and it really gave me the confidence. Like, I was really nervous going into today, and once I got out and riding, I realized, okay, wait, I've done this, I know what I should be doing, and I went out with a goal in mind. And for the first session, I worked on body position, and that's pretty much it. I'm just picking one thing per session. For my second session, I'm riding the Aprilia, so I'm gonna try and work on that stuff, but I'm also just gonna enjoy myself because it's a Tuono V4 factory. That's kind of like, if money was no object, that'd be my dream bike. I mean, I already have one of my dream bikes, so I really can't complain. And to be able to come to Buttonwillow on a pretty much perfect day like this, and have my bike and then go ride an Aprilia and then come back to this, and it's a really cool and unique opportunity that I'm just super thankful for. So I got Bob here, Master Pit Chief, and then I got Lori, my wife, somewhere back there, but they came up with me, and it was awesome. So I'm just gonna enjoy myself and hop on that bike. And what I think I'll do is a separate video from this will be like my review of the Aprilia, and that'll be more of like a tabletop format. So I'll check out this rad 2-stroke. That's pretty cool. So yeah, so this is going to be about that, and then I'm going to do just a tabletop of the Aprilia, because I think that's what it's going to take. I can't ride and talk, so you'll just have to deal. Alright, see you in the next session on the Aprilia.
For the electronics, what should I expect with these settings?
Track control is almost all the way up.
Okay.
Your ABS, your wheel control, and it basically stays the ground. Okay. You're not going to launch.
Okay, this is fun to... Yeah.
one.
You had a great morning session so far.
Still like this bike.
Yep.
It's really good.
So I just got back from riding the Tuono 1100 RR. So not the factory. I rode the factory earlier today, and that is when I forgot to turn my GoPro on. So there's that, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. My initial thoughts though are the RR is still a really good street bike. Obviously I'm riding it on the track here, but I'm sure it'd be great on the street. But compared to the factory, which I rode earlier, the factory is it's just way better. I mean, in every imaginable way. It turns faster, it brakes better, it just feels like a better bike. And I think if you're able to spend that kind of money on a bike, and just get the factory. That's my opinion. But day's been great. I don't hate the street triple, even after riding the Tuono. I actually love the bike more. It does its thing in its own way that is really, really good and really fun. It's just a great day. What's the track group? Do you remember?
Who's that?
I was saying, what's the track organization?
Oh god,
Moto something?
Moto Club?
Moto
Santa
Exotica?
Monica?
No, it's Moto Exotica maybe?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. The club is, or the people that run the track day are pretty good. there's not like a lot of instruction, like I said earlier. It's more of an open format, but they do have control riders, so if you want to go talk to them and kind of get some more info, you can. But it's definitely more open format. I would do a school again after this if I could afford it, because schools are just going to give you more things to work on, and it's going to make it a better experience overall. But I'm still super stoked at Camber. I mean, still, they run a pretty tight ship. C group is sketchy. There are people looking over their shoulders, doing shoulder checks. There are just some weird stuff. It's kind of scary, because had they done a school like I have, they know not to do those things, but you know, it is what it is. That's what you get with track days, and it's something you got to be aware of, and you don't want to pass people who are doing that, because bad things will happen. And I want to go home. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow, but yeah, it's great. I got one session left on the Triumph, and then we're gonna pack it up. I'm gonna not do the last session of the day. I have an old friend of mine. He always told me nothing good happens at the end of the day, and it's time to go home after this. I just want to go out there and smell the roses, so to speak, and put a nice finish to the day. That's the goal. That's why I'm here. Just having fun, not winning trophies, not trying to win the time attack. It's just a different approach. It's more mellow, and I like it. There's gonna be more of this in the future. And Aprilia, make a good bike. I'll see one in my garage one day. Early. I've done 5 sessions. I'm tired. My ankle's starting to really hurt and give out at the end of sessions, so it's just a good time to call it. I'm stoked, and I am really happy to finally have conquered Buttonwillow. I feel like every time I've come here, I've had some like weird mechanical issue with the car, or I honestly haven't had a good time here in ever. So the fact that I finally came to this track and got over that hump, it really makes me stoked. It's actually, I like the track now. I kind of just had almost a grudge against it, if you will, because of that. So it's really cool to come here and conquer that whole, it's just really cool to come here and conquer it, really. I love my Triumph. I couldn't tell. I had a smile on my face so much. My jaw hurts today. So yeah, this track was just great on the bike. The bike's really amazing. It's like riding a sport bike with a set of handlebars. It really is. And I thought at the beginning of today I was gonna hate it and, you know, want to sell it after I rode the Tuono, but honestly, I mean, the Tuono is an amazing bike, don't get me wrong, but I'm not rushing to get rid of it, because it really makes you work for it, whereas the Tuono kind of makes it really easy to ride, whereas the Triumph, you do have to work for that momentum a little bit more, because it has a smaller motor, and it's still just, it's a fucking awesome bike. You can't really ask for more of a bike, honestly. It's that good. So if you're thinking about getting either the Tuono or the Street Triple, I mean, get to a track. You have to get to a track. I've done a video actually about this bike. I think it was last summer, actually, like the top 5 fails, and it's funny because a lot of people in the comments, oh, you picked the wrong bike, you picked the wrong bike. I didn't pick the wrong bike. I picked the right bike. I picked the right bike. I can deal with no cruise control. Although it'd be nice, and the Aprilias have cruise control. This bike's awesome, and this track is awesome. I feel like I conquered, I feel like I really got over a huge hurdle too with my riding, because I was not afraid but nervous a lot, and today I just got really comfortable on the bike because the track flows so much more than Auto Club Speedway. I was really able to learn just how to get that rhythm down, and I actually rode the track with a true flow of going from braking to gas to everything else, and that was a huge thing. That was my goal for today, which was to learn how to ride with a good rhythm, and I finally feel like I can do that. So it's time for another track day. Probably not till after the summer though, because I'm sitting in the sun right now and it's freaking hot. It's like 90 plus, and unless you're on track, you know, with air moving through while you're sweating and cooling you off, it's not happening. So yeah, we're gonna get this bike loaded up and go home. We got a long drive ahead of us, but we're gonna load it up and go home and enjoy it. You know, I'm gonna enjoy that I had a good day. I'm gonna end on that high note, and that's my recommendation to you if you go to the track. End your day on a high note and don't crash at the end of the day. Nobody wants to do that. So until the next video, I'm Sean with the driver's perspective.